talked to Colby quite a bit, and I've been one of the motherfuckers to have his back. Well, he's so fucking stupid that old Fagburn was calling him a fucking groomer in the last live that he did from his big channel. And now Colby's over there cool with him. The dude's a spineless fuck. I don't give a fuck how young he is. He's spineless. And I'll call it out. Don't really give a shit. So I look at it like this. Hey, you do what you're going to do. His words were, I have a really big platform. I'll share it. I'm looking forward to it. Still ain't shared nothing though, have you? Bitch. All right. So with that, just that little bit of business. Those two things are sealed and done for sure. Don't give two fucks about any of it. Don't give two fucks about Patty. Don't give two fucks about Dagburn. It's always going to be fuck Dagburn. I don't give a fuck who he's attached to. I've said it many times and said it publicly. I don't give a fuck if Ryan puts him in a fucking no title song featured. It's fuck that motherfucker. And I'm going to hold true to that. So the rest of the people who just have absolutely no constitution and no backbone, no motivation for themselves, no self-respect, who will that quickly flip and support this dude who's done shit like that, I feel sorry for you. I really fucking do. I feel really sorry for you if you're that shallow and you're going to support Johnny Gobble after everything you've watched him fucking do. And the worst part about it is it would be one thing if he had like a history of redeeming himself. If he was actually like, oh yeah, he's working a job. He ain't fuck with nobody in a while. He hasn't like talked on a dead baby or threatened to fucking anybody who's dying of cancer. He ain't done it. No, he's still doing this shit right now. Still doing it. Every day stirring up shit every single fucking day. The difference is that he's cool with Ryan. Well, let's see how well that works out for you. So, yeah, there is no doubt about that. I'm going to, like I said, we'll get into that in the future. Won't be tonight, but it's coming. And I'm nice enough to give a guy a heads up. It's coming. So, Mr. Seeper, I'm trying to highlight your comment. Oh, just saying hello to everybody. What's up, Seeper? Good to see you, sir. Slayback said, let's not forget Johnny Gobble was the first one to tell the internet Patty fucked Deerdorf. Yes, he did. He did break that fucking redneck TMZ shit, didn't he? So, which is kind of interesting with the whole Deerdorf thing that's going on. Like this stuff with Deerdorf now, I watched his like hour and 20-minute Instagram story. And I'll tell you 100%, I believe the dude's telling the truth. I don't think Deerdorf has any reason to lie about any of this. I personally don't. I watched him and he went through his mind and was recalling memories, shit that jumped out at him. It wasn't a prefabricated story. It wasn't any of that shit. He's telling the fucking truth. He had this bad interaction with Ryan. He said that he broke somebody's named Trey's guitar or whatever the fuck it was. It was his grandfather's guitar. And he's like, you know, fuck it, dude. This is it. This is the last straw. And we're no stranger to hearing stories about Ryan tearing shit up, having fucking, you know, fits of rage. We've heard it for years. We've seen it. We've seen the shit going on, you know. He quit on him over that. He said, no, I've had enough, man. That's it. Too much. Last straw. And then he quit and walked away. So I'm like, oh, okay. So a similar thing happened with Ripta. Ryan blew up in front of his baby. Ripta said, nope, I'm getting my family the fuck out of here and I'm gone. And I'm like, okay, you know, so you're looking at this shit. There's a pattern here, clearly. Let's think about this. Now, when Patty, right, we ain't even gotten into this whole, where like a new fucking season of where the fuck did Brian's money go? This whole thing when Patty, you know, got, let's say, what's the story now? She's being set up or framed or some shit, like a fucking Scooby-Doo episode. When that shit went on, she's out here screaming, Ryan's on drugs. He's knocking windshields out of cars. He's shooting guns at her, threatening her with guns. Deerdorf said the same thing. So I'm looking at this situation and I'm saying, okay, if somebody's lying, now we're through the second, like the second time through the turnstile of this shit with people with Ryan. So you have people come in and go out, come in, go out. So the first time through was Patty lying about him being fucking strung out on Adderall and tearing shit up and threatening her with guns. Or is she lying now? I mean, which one is it? I mean, clearly you got to have some kind of fucking, you know, an adult clearly has to check into this fucking conversation at some point and start asking questions. So what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. This right here. Ryan's on Drugs started with Patty Lynn years ago. Ripta went through and told you, like, that whole thing that he did with Savannah Dexter, that you look, there's a reason why they ain't played it or fucking picked it apart. It's bad. It damages him bad. And I think it opened a lot of people's eyes. Now, am I saying Ryan's a bad dude and all this other shit? No, I think he's done a lot of good, but I think that Ryan's under a lot of fucking stress. And I think that whatever's got a hold of him right now, I think he had a hold of it. At one point in time, he could handle it. And now I think it's gotten the fuck away from him. I honestly do. Because, I mean, think about this. All these fucking people who were once good enough or were in your life, everything, you know, they're all gone. You're pushing them all out. And what's the one common denominator? Patty's back in the picture. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, come on. Seriously. Think about this. There, again, I will reiterate, some adult has to check into this fucking conversation and start looking at this and say, yo, man, what the fuck's going on? It's not normal for a dude to fucking blow up every single professional and personal relationship that he has. It's not normal. It is indicative that something's fucking wrong. And if you people really care about the dude, I mean, honestly, if you're a fan of him and you give a fuck about him, you might want to take a look at this. Seriously. I mean, goddamn, dude. I mean, ask yourself if you really give a fuck about this dude. And if you're co-signing what the fuck's going on right now with no question, just a blank check, do you really care? I have my fucking doubts. I mean, I'm just saying. I know why people around him, they want something from him. And they'll just fucking shake their head wildly in agreement because they don't want to get on his bad side. But I look at it like this. Ronnie and Patty said he was on drugs and out of control. Now everything's cool again. So what went on with that? What happened? Was the drugs helping him and now he's just, I mean, what the fuck? Like, honestly, start asking yourself, what the fuck's going on here? Yeah. They should have kept it off the fucking internet is right. Yeah. The minute, and now, fuck, now this whole thing, we've seen this deal. And like I said, and look, it just is what it is. Ryan's got a bad habit of when he severs ties with people, he buries them. That's what he does, man. And the first iteration that we ever saw of this is what he did with Cashville. Cashville spoke out against him on this Kylie Rodney shit. And Ryan responded with, I'm going to go through and do everything I can to make sure you don't get paid off the music we made together. Now, Cashville to this day swears up and down he never robbed Ryan. He never did him wrong. He never did any bad business, but he still carries that. He still carries that albatross around. And, you know, it is what it is. We've seen him do it. Now I'm watching just a pattern of this shit happen, man. I mean, you know, what do you think this is? Do you think that's normal? Every single person he interacts with has fucked him over? No. And it really hit home for me when I saw Deerdorf and Billy. These people were the closest fucking ones to him. Deerdorf had enough of him, and Billy got fired and didn't even fucking know. He couldn't even tell him why he was fired. So, I mean, somebody, for the fuck's sake, man, you know, open your fucking eyes and ask yourself, if you were to get fired from your job, you would have some history, some fucking notice that you were not doing a good job. You definitely would. You would have some notice. There would be like, hey man, listen, I don't agree with what you're doing here. I'd like for you to be, no, just some kind of feedback to get you on the right track. Nope, not in this case. Now we're hearing that Be Loose wasn't around to shoot videos. Be Loose did this and Be Loose did that. But for the longest fucking time, Be Loose was okay. So my question about this is, if Be Loose was so fucked up and not doing such a good job, why did you allow it to go on for so long? Why did you release the videos you released if they weren't up to par? I mean, I'm just saying, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm asking just regular fucking normal grown up fucking questions. Why is it now a problem when you need an excuse for your actions? And that's just the way I see it, man. Yeah. Mr. Fusion TV, who's been a member for 14 months. Johnny tried to warn us it was all Be Loose's fault and you didn't listen. Yins are the real holler boys and holler girls. Yeah. What's up, Mr. Fusion? Good to see you, sir. I know you don't give a fuck. Appreciate you being a member for 14 months, man. Good to see you. Yeah. You know things are fucked up when Gobble is in good graces with Ryan. Absolutely. I mean, quite honestly, I mean, I'll just be fucking, I'm not trying to be funny about it at all. Did I ever question the man's sanity before that fucking point? And I'm like, holy shit. Like, how can you look at this and think that Johnny Gobble being a spokesperson for whether you're really co-signing it or not is a good fucking idea? So gotcha, man. He says, you know what's sad or crazy? I've always got along so well with Rusty, his son, and the only single thing we ever disagreed on was Ryan. And I hated that, but I completely understand and respected it. Yeah, and it turns out, gotcha, man, that you're right. You're absolutely right about this stuff. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to get on here and drag Ryan. I'm just not, because at the end of the day, the dude's been good to my people. He really has. And there's always going to be a level of appreciation for him. Always. But at the end, that's not a blank check to fucking insult my intelligence with what's going on here. It's not a blank check for your mother to go and run her mouth and do whatever the fuck she wants. You know, same thing with your dad. Your dad's come at me in chats and shit, and I gave the dude a pass. Never really even fucking said anything about it. This whole thing, even when you... fuck. I'll get into it when I get into the video, but for fuck's sake, it's not a blank check to do that shit. It is what it is. This is just real adult talk here. You know, you can get mad about it, do whatever the fuck you want. This is just the way I see it. And it's the way a lot of people fucking see it, but they're afraid to say something about it. So, what's up, Danielle? Gotcha says, I understand, brother, and I honestly hope he turns it around as hard as that's to believe. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, like right now, it's getting to be a bad fucking scene. Like, you're looking at this right now, and I mean, fuck, in my honest opinion, I think dude's spun out. I honestly do. He'll have good times, like you'll see him on camera, and he'll look normal. Then you're going to see him go live or he'll be on fucking Instagram. Like, I watched him do he had some rant about Trump at night outside with his fucking shirt off, talking about he's going to wake his kid up, and he wasn't making any fucking sense. He's over there talking about, y'all need to support Donald Trump. And I'm like, and it's like, I get the sentiment of what he's talking about, but if you watch that fucking video, he's not making any sense. He's really not. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, what the fuck, like, what's going on with this? And everybody, like, nobody says anything about it. BX Beast Boy's over there playing the fucking video. Doesn't even add any commentary to it or anything. He's just looking at it like, yeah. I'm like, dude,